Hello there, my name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to InfraSpace, the city building and road simulator in space. Or I guess more practically on another planet in space. Wouldn't that just make every city simulator a space simulator? Oh, never mind, I'm getting off topic. So if you're new to this series, we are an engineer aboard the starship Antares, a colony ship that has experienced a hyperdrive failure on its way to the new colony. And our job, since anyone with any practical knowledge about how to repair a spaceship or run a city is unavailable, is to build up the necessary infrastructure down here on this planet and slowly build up the supplies we need to repair our ship and hopefully get it back so that we can complete our journey to our new colony, which hopefully is a lot more green and luscious than this. And in our last episode, we got quite a bit done. We got a few things researched. We have lots of buildings built, but in this episode, I think we're going to try to knock out a couple more things, mainly getting some pipes up and running, and we need to also get some solar panels, obviously improve our roads, and get a few things up and running so that we can continue upgrading our city. And the first thing I want to do is take advantage of these iron deposits over here. When we're thinking about what we need next, our city is telling us that we need to build home appliances for all of our people, and thankfully all of the people working on our planet are pretty much okay with working all the time, which is a refreshing view to see. So we need to get them some home appliances so that they're a little bit happy, and to do those we need to create some nano chips, I think is what they're called. So to do that, we're going to need some iron, which we can get here from these iron mines. Now these drills will drill up the iron from these deposits, and then we can redirect that to a appropriate factory, which can process all of those and transform it. But in order to transport anything in this game, at least so far, we need to build some roads. And at the moment, the only road that we have available to us right now is these very, very simple gravel roads, which surprisingly are holding up due to the amount of traffic that we're sending on them. But once we have all of these roads in place, we can tie them together to some of our electronics factories, which will create our nano tube particle thingies. I don't remember what they're called. It's in there somewhere. I can't remember the icons for this game, but I'm going to want to build quite a few of these. And while that is obviously going to have a massively negative effect on our population, I like playing these games where we have all of our jobs and their locations sorted out prior to actually having our population sorted, and then we can just have everyone flow into these jobs. Now, alongside with our factories, we're also going to need to mine some more of this sulfur to make both concrete and supply a few other things to our factory. So there's a sulfur deposit pretty close to, well, not really close, it's on the other side of the map, but we can build a factory set of drills or mines right around here. Just gonna make a quick little ring road. I'm sure we won't regret that later. And now that we have that powered on, it is time to focus on building up some more housing. As you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have only about 450 houses available, and our population is significantly lower. You can see that number in red in the actual amount of jobs that we have available. So we need to start bringing more people into our city, and for the time being, I think I'm just going to focus on a super simple grid layout. And with our grid layout now complete, we have some water, we have some carbon, and we are finally having people move back and forth. I added some concrete factories over here, and I think we just need to add a couple more simple survival food factories, which will provide all of the food that we need for our base habitats. Now, in order to grow our city, we need to supply each of these habitat factories with the appropriate resources that our people want. And in this case, they want some basic survival food. And looking at our resources that we need also for our electronics factories, we're also going to need some copper, which really shouldn't surprise me because you really need that in real life too when you're building any type of electronics. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of this copper mine right over here and hook this road up. If we can get around this rock. Yeah, it's going to be complicated. Oh, that's ugly. Here, let's get that straight. There we go. And we can go ahead and just delete that little corner. Yeah, that's better. Now, because our population is so out of whack with the number of jobs that we have, I'm going to actually turn off production here of both copper and our electronic components. And I'm going to try to tone down the amount of survival food and other resources that we are generating, with the hopes that we can only match what our demand is so that we can be as efficient as possible. This production overview gives us the flexibility to really fine tune whatever we need so that we are only generating the things that we need at the time, rather than just generating everything and having all of our factories running suboptimally. Now, for our research, if you remember at the beginning of the episode, we're going to need some of these green science factories as well. And I think what I'm going to do is actually move some of our blue science factories over here as well, because I think our green science factories actually need those to generate some of the green science. So I'm going to go ahead and just move those factories over here and then loop that up together just in another super simple grid pattern. And I'll just tie everything together here. We'll just connect this to our, oh, that road is crooked. Wait, why is the road elevated? How did I do that? All right, hold on. Let's just delete this real quick. The road is elevated. I did not know that you could elevate the roads in this game. We could do things like bridges. Oh, that is very, very exciting. Here, let's just delete that, and then we will bring this out. Actually get these connected to the roads. Get that connected. Oh, well, that road's still in the way, isn't it? I'm going to have to learn how to make bridges in this game. That is a new development, sure. And with our factories now under control, I'm going to build some home appliance factories over here. They get a nice little bonus for being located near these electronic factories. So we're going to try to take advantage of that as much as possible. I don't think we need that many to supply all of our houses with, so I'm just going to make that a simple ring road around here as well. And then we need to up our production of both copper and electronics in order to get things moving and creating. As you can see here, because we're generating resources for absolutely everything, our efficiency on all of these buildings is actually quite low. But as you can see here, we have a long conga line of iron coming in from our iron farms, iron quarries. That's probably a better thing. Ask a Minecrafter what a place you get iron is, and they'll call it an iron farm. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? But we're going to hook up some power over here. Hopefully that is enough. Let's just take a look here. Oh, yeah. Traffic is really starting to flow in. Oh, yeah. We're probably going to have a problem with traffic later. We're going to have to definitely keep an eye on that and make sure that we are getting everything where we need to get them and not having roads jam up. Let's see here. Yep. Looks like everything's flowing pretty smoothly so far. Now we just need to get those supplies over here to our two city centers. Now that things are coming in, we are starting to upgrade our starter habitats, our basic habitats, into nice habitats. But as you can see here at the bottom, we need some parks. Apparently, parks are a thing that you can deliver to people in space. Fortunately, we did unlock parts, and these have a interesting area of effect radius on them. So we need to position them in a way that we can maximize our coverage. And I think place one right here and then one up here at the top. And then we'll probably need to rotate them a little bit, but I definitely want to get those over here as well. If I can get all of these houses in a single park, that would be fantastic as well. Looks like it can. Great, fantastic. So now we just need to tie these up to roads so that we can get them connected. And we're just going to hope that, the roads and the buildings are oriented the right place. And as you can see here, home appliances are starting to be delivered to our habitats, and slowly things are starting to get upgraded, which is a very, very good sign that we are getting our city to where it needs to go. But I will have to say it's very annoying needing to realign buildings and move them after a place. Right here, I got pretty lucky where I could just drag that in there, but most of the time I have to rotate each of these buildings so that they are aligned with a road, because otherwise the road positioning makes no sense. Looking here, oh, traffic is an absolute mess. Traffic has become an absolute mess. It's moving, but oh yeah, we're definitely going to need to get that road upgrade. Now, one of the things that you can do in this game is go down here at these intersections and you can drag and align things to where they need to go. We can put in yield signs and also stop signs as well to see if that helps improve the flow of traffic. And then we can also click on these individual vehicles and it'll tell us where they're actually trying to get to. This little intersection right here is pretty much carnage though. And as you can see here, it's basically absolute gridlock. We definitely need to do something about this. So I think first thing I'm going to try is add another service road maybe. And as you can see, when we change the roads, we also get rid of all the traffic on them. So I think what I'm going to do over here is just tell everyone coming down that they have to go this way. And yep, now they're turning. And oh goodness, we have all these parks coming out of this building. Oh, it's just a disaster. Oh, it is just a disaster. Look at all, it's a standstill. Could you imagine living here and outside of your house, there's just standstill traffic because these are the highways? Let's see if we can put in a few stoplights here and see if that will help at all. I don't know if it will. We'll definitely have to try. Oh, and it's just so much worse. It's just so much worse. There's people in parks trying to cross with people with home appliances, trying to get everywhere. So I think part of the problem is we have this absolutely terrible junction intersection here that's feeding both this area and the other area, but also we have all of our water and oxygen generating places trying to deliver water and oxygen and also carbon up to all the various factories that we need. I think when we're able to get those pipe upgrades done, we'll be able to actually start generating those and we can deliver all of those resources via pipes rather than needing to drive them along in the road. But a quick upgrade later of all the roads and traffic seems to be flowing a little bit smoother now. Not sure, we just upgraded things. Things are moving a little bit quicker, but I honestly don't know if this is going to improve anything. Though, what in the world is this? That would just be the worst hill to drive on, wouldn't it? Somehow they're doing it though. Oh gosh, that's a rear end accident right there. Oh, that's crazy. All right, we probably also need to upgrade that little corner piece right there that we missed for some reason. All right, so, traffic is still a little bit of a problem. Let's see if maybe we can put in a few more stop signs here, stop lights, traffic lights. Try to put these in at these intersections so that they don't jam up too quickly. I would like to, at some point when we have highways, to also build some type of interchange, though I'm not a highway engineer and have absolutely no experience building highways, so hopefully we can come to something that will help us here. I'm going to add another slip road there so that these home appliances can connect, and hopefully if they come in from over there, we can treat that more as a two-way intersection than a three-way intersection. But oh, as we can see here, it's still absolute chaos. There's still cars with delivery trucks trying to bring people to their new homes. Oh, and things are downgrading because we aren't getting things there fast enough. Okay, so, what do we want to do? Build another road? Add more traffic lights? I'm really just not sure what to do. Let's see, if we make the road longer and we force people to drive longer, will that help clear up some of the traffic that we have? All right, that did not clear up the problem. So what I think we're going to do while everything's downgrading is slowly add in a pipe network. Now, the way this pipe network works is that we can go over here to this pipes tab and we can just grab both the oxygen and the water tab. And if we just drag that close to either the factories that generate them or the resources that consume them, such as our habitats, they will connect up to that and then they will deliver those to those locations directly without actually needing to send roads that way. Now, this takes up a ton of steel, so what I'm probably going to need to do is add more steel elsewhere so that we have more steel factories being generated. But I'm just going to basically align all of these with the roads and try to get these more steel mills in because I am just simply not generating enough steel at the moment for all these pipes. Making pipes takes a lot of steel resources, so let's go ahead and pop a few in over here. Might need to move some of these factories as well with these electric poles. We'll see if that's enough. But after a crazy long time of needing to lay pipes on the ground and generate the iron and finding out what wasn't connected so that we actually had resources flowing, I think we've finally solved our traffic problem. Traffic seems to be much lighter now, and we have all of the materials that we are generating now being delivered via an underground pipe network instead of our roads. So overall, I think we're once again in a very good spot. And as you can see here, pretty much everything is at 100% efficiency again, which is what we want to see. But I think we're in a super great spot now. We have 100% efficiency with all of our factories. We have minimal traffic, no more traffic jams. All of our habitats seem to have balanced. We have a pipe network laid down to deliver resources throughout all of our various city districts. And I think we're in a really good spot to set us up for our next playthrough. I think next time what I want to do is start researching some highways and getting those highways involved so that we can start transporting resources to and from various locations. Also, I did see on the research tab, there was also a trains tab, which I'm very, very excited about because trains are always a fun thing to have in your world. But I think that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.